Our next legend in Season 7 of Apex Legends is here, and her passive is easily my favorite of any legend in the game so far. Let's take a deep dive into Horizon, how best to use her, and how to be as effective as possible with her. Thank you to EA for sponsoring this video. Horizon's passive ability, Spacewalk, is really something special. With this ability, you gain significantly improved air control. For those of you that are old Titanfall players, Quake CPMA players, or generally just enjoy other forms of really fast movement-based FPS, Horizon's passive is going to feel just like home for you. Air strafing is the name of the game with this character, and for high-level players you'll surely find some very interesting spots that'll let you wall kick and air strafe to a piece of high ground in a way that no other character can. In addition, upon landing on the ground from any height, Horizon will ignore the short stun that you'd otherwise experience on other legends. No matter how high you drop from, Horizon will keep sprinting or sliding at her normal speed whenever she hits the ground. While this doesn't sound like much at all, I promise that it's something that you'll notice and appreciate very much when you start playing as her. Let's move on to her tactical. This ability, Gravity Lift, is quite similar to Octane's Jump Pad ultimate ability. This will create a gravity lift, very similar to that old deployable from Halo 3 as well, letting anyone that jumps in it defy gravity and float upwards. This is great for verticality and repositioning yourself or your team, or to make an enemy pushing you through a doorway think twice about committing to an engagement. This ability is on a very short 15-second cooldown, and that cooldown starts counting from when you throw out your tactical, not when it expires. This means that you've only got a few seconds of downtime with this ability, should you choose to repeatedly cast it on cooldown. One minor detail that makes this ability feel great is the fact that when you choose to exit the lift, you get a burst of speed in that direction. Versus any seasoned FPS veteran, you're still going to be a relatively easy target, but in general this feels like a marginally safer than an Octane jump pad kind of arc. Additionally, I found that AD strafing, or quickly left-right strafing, is quite pronounced while inside the gravity lift. While inside the lift, you have full accuracy, as if you were standing or strafing on the ground. This means that once you learn the exact height your lift will take you, you're able to set up nasty peaks that will net you lots of free damage. While I didn't ever focus on setting this up during the normal gameplay that I'm showing you today, here's a sample clip and the firing range to illustrate exactly what I'm talking about. This ability will propel you quite high, and as you can see, whether I choose to stand completely still or AD strafe, my accuracy with the R99 is not discernibly different than if I were properly grounded. The instant the lift expires though, your accuracy will vanish instantly, so be wary. Finally, many throwable items are also subject to the effects of gravity lift. Grenades, Gibraltar domes, Bangalore smoke grenades, etc. You can use this to your advantage offensively to hit enemies on rooftops with throwables, or defensively to make an enemy grenade thrown at you super awkward. Now, let's move on to Horizon's ultimate ability, Black Hole. This throwable creates a miniature black hole, sucking in both teammates and enemies alike. Basically, there is a constant pulling force towards the center of the black hole, and if you attempt to run out of the center of it, you move at a significantly reduced speed. If you let go of all movement directions, you'll be dragged right back to the middle of the black hole. This ability does not attract or displace projectiles fired into it, so if an enemy is stuck inside, you can shoot them normally without your bullets getting sucked in the wrong direction. In my opinion, based upon the build of the game that I played, the range and force at which this ultimate pulls enemies is pretty nuts. I'm not entirely sure how much of this will or will not affect ranked play, but in casuals, you can expect to completely roll enemy teams with Wombo combos thanks to her ult. A single grenade plus this ultimate can single-handedly win your team a fight versus an enemy team, and even if that exact situation doesn't happen, it still forces enemies out of cover, into bad positions, and significantly damages their chances of winning a fight. The cooldown feels fairly short as well, so you can pretty reliably expect to be tossing multiple of these out per game. So long as at least one scores an important pull on an enemy, you're in pretty good shape. Basically, your game plan here is just to pull enemies out of cover for easy pickings, though if you catch a team off guard with it, it's basically an instant win. The throwing range of this ultimate is deceptively long as well, making it all the more versatile. Finally, let's move into some more broad and generalized opinions on the character. I think that in most aspects, Horizon makes Octane obsolete. Between her mobility-centric passive and her full team movement tactical, she does the majority of his job better, while having an incredible ultimate ability to boot. Of all the female characters in the game, my first impression is that she might be the easiest to hit. Much of this has to do with how gangly she is. The way that she moves, runs, and strafes seems to not quite be as insane as something like Wraith or Lifeline as a comparison. Luckily, she does not share the low profile debuff, because this review would be an entirely different story if she did. While I'm unsure of how powerful she'll be in the tournament meta, I think she's got a lot of potential to assist in really strong teams in Wombo combo team wipes like we've never seen before in Apex Legends. Anyways everyone, thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy your time playing with Horizon. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback on either Horizon or this video, please leave it in the comment section down below. Take care.